Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. But got about 3 videos to get into. Too much going on right now to cover. But you got this hurricane category 5 is going to hit Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And they saying it ain't been like that in 90 years or something like that they was talking about. But it's many great miseries are going to befall this earth before the end comes. And you got this. I'm going to get into this video right here with the SNAP and EBT, food stamps, all this not going to be available in November. So it's fit to get wild. You know what I'm saying? People say they're going to steal. But let's open up this first scripture. I'm going to get into these 3 videos. It says 2 Ezra 8:50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So people thought this was going to continue forever. The way of life that you know today is going to continue forever. People just think just the way it is, you know. It's a song. It just goes like just the way it is. Some things will never change, but that ain't the way it works. So I'm gonna get into this first video. So you know, people fit to lose it. Once November come, you're gonna see people just go to another level with this insanity. We'll see how this play out, because what they like to do too is cause the chaos and just come in at the last minute and say we got it fixed now. So we'll see how this is gonna play out. But as of November, according to them, people not gonna have SNAP, food stamps, etc. And contrary to what people believe, the majority of people that's on food stamps are so-called white people. They make up 37% of it. Bet you didn't know that. But let's get into this first video.
All right, it is day 27 of the government shutdown. Lawmakers may be returning to Capitol Hill, but this comes as thousands of people across the country now go without paychecks and potentially could see more Americans going without SNAP benefits. This is federal assistance for food. We are also approaching the cliff for open enrollment and Obamacare. So these are key things impacting so many people. Joining me now from Capitol Hill is Nicole Killion, our CBS News congressional correspondent. Nicole, good Monday morning
Give me
to
1 second.
you.
1 second, Salakia. Salakia, this is the video that I wanted to play. Give me 1 second. Let me start this.
Stark warning to millions of low-income Americans. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance. The federal government has issued a stark warning to millions of low-income Americans. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP or food stamps, will see benefits halt on November 1st if the government remains shut down. This program helps 1 in 8 Americans buy groceries. Our business and tech correspondent, Maura Barrett, is tracking how this will ripple through the economy. And Maura, how vulnerable are particular populations if benefits are delayed or even stopped?
Well, Holly, when you talk about 1 in 8 Americans being enrolled under SNAP or food stamps, that equates to more than 40 million people. And when you look at the breakdown of the types of families that are affected, it's very significant when it comes to families with children. If you take a look at this, 62% of those participants have children. Almost 40% of the participants are in families with older adults, so elderly people or people who are disabled. And the average benefit is about $177 per person per month. That equates to about $6 per day. So if you think about anywhere in America where you...
Right, you see what it is. So, you know, we'll see how this plays out. But if this goes through, you're going to see things get very wild out here. You're going to see things that you probably never saw before, because people are going to get desperate. It's going back into the famine. The famine is coming. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the famine, but a famine is coming. You know, it's gonna be when this thing and it's giving you like a prelude to what's gonna happen. When all this stuff goes down in Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be complete chaos. It's gonna be on a whole nother level. People gonna be starving, you know, they're gonna be doing all kind of stuff. It's gonna be lawless. So let's go to this next video. And I was watching this video the Elder Makama, there was a guy talking on us saying people just don't get it. You know, these Americans, they love to live in a bubble in la la land. They don't know, they don't understand what's going on. They don't pay attention to anything. So when things happen, they're caught completely off guard. So this right here is Russia conducts test of new invincible nuclear capable cruise missile. Do you hear this? It's wild. So let's get into this video.
Боевая тревога, ракетная атака. Старт, ракетная атака. Глубина старта 75 метров. Боевой курс 345 градусов. Скорость. Боевая тревога, ракетная атака. Рубежной обороны на кормовой переборке 3-го отсека, носовой переборке 5-го отсека. Командир рубежной обороны, командира отсека. Личный состав Никачи-2 покинуть 4-5 отсек. Выработать нормальные условия старта.
Есть нормальные условия старта.
Есть расчет. Вперед 6,5. Есть пускай скорости.
3-0, декрет 0. Давление в системах ОВД гидравлики в норме. Значит, командир, есть нормальные условия старта.
Есть расчет. До старта 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Начало залпа. Получен приказ. Есть приказ. Дублирую приказ на пусковой установке. Приготовиться к совместным действиям. Совместным действиям готов. Проконтролировать правильность набора. Набор верен. Внимание, расчет. Пуск. Есть пуск.
Right, you see what it is. It's like while people are distracted with the entertainment, the sports, all these different agendas, the P. Diddy shit, you know what I'm saying? This is going on in real time. And prophecy is continuously moving. But people is in a zombie state of mind. So let's get into this last video. Right, so this is whole Venezuela and the United States, you know, they about to, you know, seem like they're gonna lock horns. And, you know, they've been wanting to go into Venezuela to get the oil supply. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. Check this out.
Trinidad and Tobago. This is a neighboring country to Venezuela. The Trump administration is ramping up military pressure in the region, striking 10 alleged drug boats since September. On Face the Nation yesterday, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham said land strikes in Venezuela are a real possibility. Listen.
President Trump told me yesterday that he plans to brief members of Congress when he gets back from Asia about future potential military operations against Venezuela and Colombia. So there will be a congressional briefing about a potential expanding from the sea to the land.
CBS News
So
correspondent.
you heard that. Like I said, it's too much going on. So this is gonna, you know, cause Russia to get involved in China. You got the tariffs. You got the war with Russia and Ukraine. And then you got the small hatters. You got too much conflict going on in this world. It's very chaotic. You got the spike in gold and silver because the dollar's on its way out. They're gonna go digital. They're gonna create a social credit score, and that's how they're gonna govern with the. And they're gonna bring in the microchip. That's gonna be the their plans. You know what I'm saying? It was a guy from the banking circle that was talking. He said, "This is they're gonna be planning to implant the microchip. So this ain't no conspiracy theory. This is the truth. It's just a matter of time. And what they're doing right now is moving a lot of pieces around. And again, it's wild. And I'm gonna read this information I got on my other phone. It says it's exclusive. It says Amazon targets as many as 30,000 corporate job cuts. So they're gonna let go 30,000 people supposedly. Let me go ahead and read this part. It says Amazon laying off about 14,000 corporate workers as it invests in more AI. So that's another thing. I got a lesson. Too many lessons I got to do. But the lesson that I want to get into is going into this AI. So AI is getting so crazy, you can't tell what's real and what's fake. So what they're going to start doing is using this AI in many different ways to put all kind of agendas out here. This AI, I need to do a video especially on AI because I was looking at this new Sora 2 AI, and you can't even tell. You know, some videos you can tell, but some videos you can't tell if they real or fake unless they had a watermark on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's getting crazy. But this was all prophesied in the scripture that it would be a very chaotic time, great miseries, you know, uncertainty, and just a very strange, crazy time, you know, that really can't be comprehended. That's why people are going to be confused. You know, they're going to be like, what's going on? Why is this going on? Let me go here. Salakia. Give me 1 second. All right, this is the second Esdras 9 and 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, too, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, will begin to visit the world which he made. This is the Lord world that he created through the Yahushua and the angels. And he controls this world. Every affair, every decision has already been sanctioned in the heavenly realm. We're just playing this thing out in the physical world. But the Lord got plans, and you can choose to ignore all you want to, but that's not going to stop it. It's a precept that comes to my mind that just because you didn't want to listen, that don't mean these things are not going to happen. So it's best to comprehend these things now, right? And before all hell break loose, because once that it gets to a certain point, and there ain't gonna be no coming back from it. This kingdom is strictly in decline. Everything is pretty much unaffordable, and these elites are causing and manufacturing a lot of this chaos, and it's just going to get worse and worse. And ain't no going back into the glory days. The days over with. Right? Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rachak Quadash. Shalom.